Top 3D printer creation in the world. Number 1. A cast. Designer Dennis Carson created a cast in 2014 that is not only 3D printed but also ultra-tech, called the Osteoid, that shakes things up by being not only 3D printed, but super tech as well. With several ventilation holes, fractured bones can heal up to 38% faster than they would in a conventional cast thanks to a low-intensity pulsed ultrasound system. This is possible due to the fact that 3D printing allows the cast to be customized to the wearer so that ventilation will not be sacrificed in favor of structural integrity. When you also consider that the Osteoid is much more stylish, does not itch or smell, it becomes evident that this 3D version is far superior to the original. Number 2. Paper airplane gun. It is likely that nearly everyone has tried making a paper airplane at some point in their lives, but it may have taken you some time to make one that could fly just a few meters, but as far as paper airplanes are concerned, no one has been able to deter Michael Crane. He used an old design from 2014 to develop a new gun in 2017 that folds and shoots 120 planes per minute. Despite the fact that the gun is made up of both 3D printed and non-3D printed parts, its functionality and efficiency illustrate just how much 3D printing can help with product optimization. Watch this amazing contraption in action on Dieter Krohn's YouTube channel Pepe Africa if you're looking for a toy that can't be beat. Number 3. Violin. With traditional violins being made from wood or metal, the 3D Varius takes things on a whole new level. Designed in 2012 by Lawrence Bernadette, it recreates the iconic Stradivarius design with plastic 3D printing. According to the 3D Varius website, what sets the 3D Varius apart from the competition is that it's printed in one piece, which allows for smooth and optimal sound wave flow through the instrument, giving the violinist greater sound control. If you want a beautiful and functional instrument, look no further than the 3D Varius. Number 4. Human organs. In other words, the world's demand for human organs is outstripped by its supply. Since there is a thriving black market for these organs, synthetic alternatives have become a massive industry. In contrast, conventional methods of making new limbs have been quite expensive. As a result of their relatively inexpensive price tag, 3D printers are capable of making much higher quality organs than conventional printers. Since one of the biggest problems with organ donations is that the recipient's body will often reject the organ, 3D printed organs can be made from cells a patient's immune system will recognize. As 3D printed bones, corneas, and ears are reportedly in clinical trials, the risk of immune rejection is extremely low, which has led to great progress being made in this area. It is still possible that 3D printers will need to improve to make these truly viable. While they haven't yet been able to fully mimic the real deal, we wouldn't be surprised if 3D renditions overtake this market soon. Number 5. Lamborghini Aventador. Lamborghinis are expensive, and despite the fact that most people don't have the hundreds of thousands of dollars necessary to purchase one, a father and son duo got around this by making their own with a 3D printer. This project was undertaken by Sterling Backus, a physicist, to show his son how to make his own. In order to demonstrate what 3D printing technology is capable of, he used more than 220 spools of thermoplastic filament and an array of 3D printers. PLA was chosen for the body panels and ABS for the rear light housings and headlights, and carbon fiber-filled nylon for the parts that needed extra durability. To be fair, the father and son were forced to use more conventional manufacturing processes, such as CNC machining, waterjet cutting, and vacuum infusion. As a result of all this work, the car only ended up costing $20,000 to make, so it was clearly a success. Number 6. Backpack. You may want to consider wearing a 3D printed backpack around campus if you want to look great. Designed by 3D printer company MakeX, the backpack carries a Mego 3D printer that is fully see-through so that you always can see the printer, allowing you to easily 3D print on the go, and both the backpack and printer have a futuristic design that makes the entire ensemble look stunning. While the backpack is a fashion accessory, even if you don't want to carry a 3D printer on it, you can still use it to store more everyday items. While the entire package of both the printer and the backpack sold in 2018 for just $289, now it costs $599 while the backpack is no longer available. Number 7. Boats. In October of 2019, the US military went above and beyond when it completed a ship made entirely using a 3D printer, even though they generally use innovative technology to build ships. The first step of the process was making a printer in partnership with the Combat Capabilities Development Command at the University of Maine and Ingersoll Machine Tools. As a result of these efforts, he developed a machine capable of building a boat 30 by 6.7 by 3 meters at a speed of 227 kilograms per hour. He then constructed the boat using both plastic and wood cellulose on his printer, and it measured in at 7.6 meters, almost 2 tons. On top of that, it broke several world records. The boat was the largest 3D printed solid part and was made on what was at the time the largest 3D printer in the world, so we think it's safe to say that it is nothing short of impressive. Number 8. Face masks. Despite the fact that these masks will not stop coronavirus, the luxury masks designed by Japanese designer Suhei Okawara are anything but creepy. This is because for about $950, users can purchase a hyper-realistic face mask that makes them appear to be a random stranger. Okawara's business model involves screening the headshots of applicants first. He then pays the person $350 for the right to use their face, then 3D scans the face to create a high-resolution virtual model. Once the full-color 3D scan is ready for 3D printing, it is touched up manually and printed out onto a base template. With this high-tech process, Okawara can currently produce around 100 face masks each month. According to him, he has even been approached by celebrities who wish to have their faces reproduced. Regardless, we're curious to see how long this business will last. Number 9. Miniature. There are lots of gimmicky miniature figures made by 3D printers, but none compare to the ones made by artist Johnny Hurwitz using 3D photosynthetic materials. He has made some of the world's smallest sculptures using these materials. These sculptures look pretty impressive when magnified, as they have all the features of full-size statues, but in reality, they are so small that they can fit on the forehead of an ant. While Hurwitz admits that these sculptures are often lost due to their small size, it's incredible that we can now make sculptures that are only visible through a magnifying glass. That was all for today's video. You can share with us your views in the comment section. And if you are new to the channel, remember to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you won't miss any future videos we upload. Thank you for watching the video. Best of luck and goodbye.